Eaton family, Thunderdrome. It's time for Touring Car Masters Meet 4, Season 1. We got Kenji Sato in the first race. He is the favorite. He is the only car in this field to have a win. Not only just one, he has 2 wins and a crash. Well, yes, I think that was a one-off thing. So Kenji Sato, who's going to challenge him? Maybe Frank Norman in the Fiat in lane 4. Sorry, the Audi. He has a 5th, 2nd and a 3rd, so he's doing some solid racing. James Rodriguez up the middle. 5th and a couple of 4ths. He's heading upwards, but not at a great rate of knots. Daksh Malhotra from India, the Indian driver, in lane 2. He's got a 3rd and a couple of 5ths. Not much there. And Din Phan from Vietnam, he's on the upward trend. 5th, 4th, 3rd. Can he make it 2nd? What have the mechanics done to his car to improve it this week? Well, we'll see. Kenji Sato, a Japanese driver for mine, should win this easily in his GT Scorcher. Good drop to Sato. He leads him to the flapper. Here comes Norman in 4. He's past him. Rodriguez and Malhotra are trying to catch him. But look at Frank Norman. He's gunned it now. What happened to Kenji Sato? Sato must have had the brake on. Wow. Good win to Norman. Frank Norman, a surprise win. What the heck happened to Sato? He's getting a bit hit and miss, finishing last. Malhotra in 2nd. That was a good move up for him. Well, good win for the Quattro. We got another Quattro in race 2 of Arif Santoso, the Indonesian. He must be the favorite. He hasn't missed the championship race all season. And he did finish higher in the championship race than former meet winner Carlos Cruz last race. So look for Carlos Cruz to come back. Ooh, we got Miguel Ferreira, the Brazilian. He ran 2nd in the preliminary to Carlos Cruz. He'd be looking for a bit of payback there. Bob Hazel up the middle. I love this Talladega. It's such a beautiful car. Pity he's running 5th, 3rd, 4th, back end of the field. And same can be said about Angelo Bautista, the Filipino. A couple of 3rds and a 4th, doing a little bit better than Bob Hazel. So, this is a good race. This could be a 3-way race between Cruz, Ferreira, and Santoso. Let's see who gets there. Ferreira and Santoso head-to-head on the inside. Ferreira's away from him. Carlos Cruz is cruising up the outside. He's past Ferreira. It's Cruz, the Mexican. He's back into another championship race. Cruz, the cool Mexican Meet 2 winner, makes his 3rd championship race in a row, proving the Dimachini a quicker car than the Sierra one more time, but only just, because Miguel Ferreira was right up his tailpipe. Hell, he's well past that, bumper to bumper all the way. pretty darn good. And Reese Santoso, I don't know, that lane 5 seems to be running a little bit slow. The favorite bows out. Race 3. Not one of these cars has a win this year, and that's about to change. And once again, we have Sierra versus Dimachini. Budi Gunawan, Indonesian driver, up the middle. Does he have a chance? I don't know. A couple of fourths and a second. Bit of a lower field. And the Dimachini of Adam Magat from Malaysia. Oh, this is going to be a close one between those two, but I'm thinking maybe it'll be irrelevant because Oscar Meyer in the Copo Corvette in lane 4, he's run seconds in the preliminaries all the way down the line, and he is favourite to get his first race win. If anyone has the speed to match the Sierras and the Dimachinis, it is the Corvette. Oh, we got William Brown, the New Zealander, in lane 1 in the GT Scorcher. He started out pretty good. He's at the top end. I mean, second, fourth, and a third. He's around there. I think he's going to challenge. And we have the Chevelle. This is a beauty, isn't it? Look at that. Great looking car. Isaac Washington. Started out okay with a third and a couple of fifths. He's, not figuring in this race, I don't reckon. But watch lanes 3 to 5. That's where the action's going to be. Perhaps the Scorcher. Let's see. Good job to McGarvey. Here comes Oscar Meyer in the 4. He's past him now. Washington's gunning in the 2. He's in the second spot. He's chasing hard, but he almost got him. But Oscar Meyer held him off. Poor old McGart. What's wrong? Oscar Meyer is into the championship race. All his consistent racing this year has led him to this point. Finally, he's here. A fair effort. Race 4. This is a good one. This pits third up against fourth overall on the table. Third spot and race favourite is the defending, last meet winner. It's Phil Rallman in the 69 Copo Corvette. He's looking very good. With a couple of wins this year and a second place. Very consistent. And Rohan Kaur, the Indian, he started out the season blazing with a great meet win. Followed it up with another good win to get in the championship race in meet 2, but just missed out with a second in the preliminaries for last meet. So he's looking to get back, but what a tough ask up against Phil. Hey, well, who else? The GT Scorchers have been really disappointing. I mean, other than Kenji Sato, winning a couple of races, bit hit and miss. The GT Scorchers really haven't held their own against the Dimachinis and the Sierras, which we got one of each in this. A long cruise from the Philippines in lane 3. He's doing all right, running consistent thirds all along the board. But Felipe Barbosa, the Brazilian, he's got a 4th and 2 fifths, so his Sierra isn't tuned up to perfection. But we see this is a 2-horse race anyway. This is Rohan Kaur up against Phil Rallman. Who's going to make it? Good job for the Corvette. Rallman leads in 4 onto the flat. He's speeding away from a long cruise. Rohan Kaur coming up fast on the outside, but it's nowhere near the big Corvette. Blasted them. And lane 5 is still running very slow. makes it through and sets up a most anticipated clash between the two Corvettes and Carlos Cruz. Oh, this is an exciting final. Can Carlos Cruz defeat the power of the Corvettes? Because the Dimicinis have been running a little bit slow today. 3 of them already back in the pits. No GT Scorchers, they're all gone, and we've only got a chance for one Sierra. The Sierra's been running slow. Today is the day of the Corvettes. Race 5. I'm thinking it's a 2-horse race. Favoritism has to go to John Winslow of Australia in his little Alfa Romeo. Very consistent. 3 wins, 3 meets. He's looking good. Arush Patil, the Indian, in the Sierra. He's got 1 win, couple of preliminary seconds, so he'll push Winslow all the way. Steve Brock, another Australian, in the BMW. He started out very slow, but jagged a second in the preliminaries last meet, so we'll see if that was a flash in the pan, see if he can make something of that. Ooh, we got Paul Taylor in the big Galaxy. He's 4th, 3rd, and a 5th, running at the bottom end of the table. Whereas Alejandro Flores of Mexico in the Fastfelion, 4th and a couple of 5ths. Don't expect too much from him. And he's in that bogey lane, lane 5, which is running very slow today, which makes me wonder. This is race 5, so if Winslow wins, whoever wins this will be in lane 5 and a distinct disadvantage. Let's see. Enough talk. Let's race. Good job to Taylor. He leads onto the flat, but here comes the rest. Patil's racing up the middle. Winslow's on the outside, holding off. It's Winslow holding off Arush Patil for a good win. It's been a great day's racing with the Corvettes dominating. But we just had John Winslow, the current championship leader. He made his 4th meet championship in a row. Whoa, if he gets a bad run today, he could lose out to Phil Ryleman, who is favourite to win this race. Couple of Corvettes right there. Oscar Mayer, he's 1st for the season. He's looking good. Talking about 1st, Frank Norman in the Audi Quattro. Oh, not much respect for the Quattros, but I'm telling you, after this meet, there's going to be a little bit. Carlos Cruz, a former winner. He's looking to get back, the Mexican. He's the only Dimicini to make it today. The Dimicinis have been running very slow, and, but quicker than the Scorchers and the Sierras, that's for sure. John Winslow, there he is, in his little Alpha. He's in that danger lane. It's been running very slow today, lane 5. But all eyes are on the clash of the Corvettes. Who's it going to be? Phil Ryleman has dispatched Oscar Mayer plenty of times, and he's expected to do so again. All eyes are on the Mexican driver, Carlos Cruz. He's looking to make 2 wins. Let's see, who's got meat for? Good job, Winslow. He leads Roman onto the flat. Cruz has come up fast past Norman on the outside. Roman's trying to get back. He won't. Winslow holds him off in the slow lane and takes his 1st meet championship.